You have next one here. This is for Jennifer Schmuck. Jennifer Schmuck. Is there a Jennifer Schmuck here? Yay! All right. I'll give you this one here. Thank you, Mr. Pell.
Can't open it yet. Okay? Okay.
Wait, no.
Stay. You need to be on the nice list.
All right. Thank you guys for coming. This is a special gift I wanted to give to Jen, and I'm gonna start. I want to tell everybody a story who's here today. 4 years ago, well, I'll make it 5. I'll round it up to 5. I started working at Target. While at Target, I met Jen. And the first time I saw her, she was working hard lines, and she was the most beautiful girl I'd ever seen.
Aww.
And I wanted to start talking to her because I thought she was so pretty, and there was only one problem I had. The only problem I had, there was multiple guys who thought the same thing. And they were always talking to her and hanging out with her at work. This left me kind of upset. And I didn't try talking to her at all because I thought there was no shot that I would even be able to talk to her. Then one day I went on break, and she happened to be in the break room at the same time. And she asked me how I liked working at Target. And I was super excited. I felt like a 13-year-old kid. And then after that day, her and we started talking all the time. I was still hesitant though to ask her, and I asked my grandmother how I should go about asking this girl out. And where was I? I lost my thing. And it took me 2 months even still to ask her out. And so this one day after work, instead of asking her out face to face, I wrote a note and left it on the windshield of her car. With a yes or no check mark, yes or no.
Smooth.
Tell me your joke.
Oh, I'm serious. Okay. And I waited for her to get out of work, and she read the note outside, and this is the answer she gave me. She gave me the answer. She goes, "You know the answer to this." And she took off, left me in the parking lot, and just kept me there. So eventually I ended up calling her that night, and I got the real answer.
Was it no?
And this is where we are today, 4 years later, on December 7th.
What?
All right, so a little bit, just like any relationships, we've had our problems and fights, and together we've gone through them. We recently got our own apartment in Tewksbury on South Street, and again, with the struggle with paying the bills, we're both in school. She's trying to graduate, I'm trying to graduate. It makes it really hard, but we ended up getting through it, and I never got a chance to thank her until now. So, babe, I wanted to thank you for dealing with me. Ask my family, they'll tell you.
We want to thank you too.
I know sometimes I'm out alone, and you stick with me through this thick and thin. 2 years ago, I lost something very important to me, and it was my Grandpa Dick. I remember it like it was yesterday. I was coming home from a baseball game in Vermont, so a 3-hour drive, and it was my senior year, and losing both those games, we got knocked out of the playoffs, and then I got the phone call from my dad on the ride home, and I was miserable. So, and then when I got back to my dorm, she was there with a big thing of coffee, telling me everything would be all right. So, I do have one more question for you, though. Go ahead. Open it.